I don't think it was our cleanest match, but overall, again, anytime you can get a sweep in the conference, you feel good about that. I thought Mimi had a tremendous night, and she was just pretty unstoppable everywhere, and that was great to see from her. So, nice crowd, homecoming weekend, Lauren Plum Hall of Fame. It's a great day. Go Ducks.
Coach, another 30-assist performance from Kristen Klein. She continues to dominate. What do you have to say about her growth throughout the season and just having her as a rock at the center position?
Yeah, she's doing a really nice job. I'm really proud of her. We're going to keep working to improve. There's things that we can continue to get better at as far as just relationships go with her, setting her middles and setting Noemi. And I thought that was much better tonight with Noemi. And Noemi had some really nice kills off of Chris tonight, and that was great to see. We've really been working hard on that. And I thought our slide got better with Oni, throughout the match, and that's really important for us moving forward. But, I don't like when we're so Mimi dominant. I do like when Mimi is dominant, but not when we're setting her so much. So we're just going to need more scoring from other people. But, Chris is doing a really nice job, and I'm just excited for her future.
Can you dive into that a little more with Mimi being so dominant and being set so often in this match? Is that something just within the offense as a whole? Is it Chris setting her more often than she should? Or is it a combination of a few things?
I mean, Mimi's kill percentage was so high that it's hard to say that there were bad choices to set her the ball. I think where I don't want it to be is that where Chris only feels like she feels confident in setting Mimi. I want her to feel like she's choosing to set Mimi, not that that's the one to go to. So, but again, Mimi had that hot hand and she was scoring, so good choices by her to get her the ball, and I thought she was putting her in really good spots. And Mimi's just been playing really at a high level, scoring at a really high level the last few weeks, and tonight was another point. But again, just where we need to be, we're going to need more offense from different people, and I just don't want us to be so focused on one.
How have you seen her grow since the beginning of this season?
Chris? Mimi. I just think her choices, again, tonight, she had some, hard swings, but a lot of really controlled shots where it was open. I think her vision is getting so much better. She's starting to see because, she's going to get a lot of attention in the scouting report from other teams. So they're going to come up with a system or a scheme to try and stop her. And I thought tonight she sniffed that out really well, and they had to change up their game plan a little bit a few times. So I think that from her, I see her IQ growing. And she's really starting to understand the game and her role a little bit better. So I think that's great. It wasn't her best passing night, but her passing has been getting better. Her block she's being a shutdown blocker the last few weeks. And, and again, against this team, their right side is one of their favorite options, and I thought she did a nice job slowing her down.
Coach, it feels like outside of that third set, the Ducks have been kind of down in a lot of sets and kind of fought back. And
yeah.
What kind of goes into that? Do you change your game plan, or is it something you say to them? Like, how does that always happen?
They aced us 8 times. I mean, that's way too many, right? And so they're a very aggressive serving team. I thought they did a nice job. They put good pressure on us. But when our serve receive breaks down, then you have tendency to just give points away. I thought we came out and we were just very error prone. I mean, we just gave them a lot of hope early on, and that's something you definitely don't want to do, especially in your own gym. You don't want anybody to feel comfortable in your own gym, and I thought we were very kind to them early, and then they started to believe that they could, beat us, and then you have a very different battle on your hands. So I think we knew our game plan. I just think we executed very poorly in the beginning. But kudos to our group. They won the tight sets early, and then they started to figure it out, and then that's why you see such a spread in the third set.
Coach, when you see McKenzie 16 digs in three sets, when you're putting together your game plan, how important is it that you can rely on, okay, I know that McKenzie's going to cover this amount of court?
Yeah, McKenzie is one of the fastest defensive players we've ever had. She can really cover a lot of ground. So we just want to make sure everybody else knows what their responsibilities are so that McKenzie can kind of freelance and make her reads and go play as many balls as she can. And I thought she made a lot of really good reads tonight and controlled them well, and we had a lot of nice transition points off of her. So, no, her game is really elevating. I think, the more time we get together, the more she understands our system, and how she's going to, excel in what we're doing. So I'm just seeing her confidence grow every match.
Glover continues to improve. I know you see that. What have you seen from her in her progress here, and how do you see her future progressing moving forward?
Yeah, it's really important for us that we're scoring behind the setter, right? So when Chris is making back sets, whether that's a slide, to our middles, or whether that's Noemi, we really need to have a bigger presence on the back set. And again, because Mimi and Michelle have been scoring so well, right, we want to be able to spread that out a little bit more, and then that opens up our back row attack. So Noemi has been putting in the work. Her and Chris, I think, are really trying to develop a relationship from not just a perfect pass, right? When Chris moves, can we get the ball to Noemi still within rhythm, and can she make good choices? And I thought she did that really well. I thought we got our out of system setting to her was not great, especially in the third set. And I thought Noemi did a great job of not giving points away when that happened, and that's big growth for her. So just understanding what a good opportunity is from a bad opportunity, that's a big part of it. But most of the people that we've had in the program, when you recruit them, they come in and they are used to these types of swings scoring in high school and club, right? And what you learn at this level is those don't work very well here, right? So there's definitely a learning curve of what do you do, how do you score at this elite level, and she's in that process right now. And she's coming in early, she's getting reps, she's doing film, she's doing all the things she needs to do, to develop a better relationship and understand the game a little bit more. And I thought she was great, but her block has been really fantastic. She's really shut down. And again, in our league, we're playing some great outsides. Night in and night out, she's matched up on them, like Mimi's matched up on the great right sides. And they've really held their own, defensively against them, as she had 6 blocks again in the 3 sets, which that's a huge number. But there's so many things she's doing really well, and her future is big.
Coach, the alumni back in town, how special is it to have them back? How often do you get to see this entire group back? And is it rare to see this group back together of so many different eras of Oregon volleyball?
Yeah, I mean, tonight that we had I think 8 or 9 from 1980s, early 90s group, and I love that. That's fun because I don't get to see them as often, kind of here or there. But I think anytime you can get like a bulk of a team back, it's really special. Because the memories, they're right back into college, and just to hear everything that they have to say and the pride and passion that they have for Oregon volleyball. And I think they're following us every match and they're cheering us on from afar, and we get that a lot. So it's really neat to have everybody here. But like you said, a lot of different generations and different teams were represented today and this weekend. And it's my favorite part. What I always tell our players is I want them to want to come back to Eugene when they're done. And so when they do, it makes me feel like we're doing something right. So love to see that.
Would you like from the block group of Colby, Michelle, and Noemi, they seem to really help you guys find your footing defensively?
Yeah, I thought we were really searching on our block early, and that was helping them score very well. And I thought as the match went on, we got more disciplined. And, I mean, again, we've been one of the best blocking teams in the country this year, and so I think everybody's doing their part well. But when we just do our job well, it sets up our defense. And then they start making mistakes into our block, and we get pretty big on them. So, no, it's nice to see. We weren't as consistent as we have been, but I thought we steadied out and did a good job there.
Looked like there was a bit of a momentum swing in the first 2 sets. Maryland was battling you guys really closely, and then you guys took a really big jump in the 3rd set. What did you notice change when that happened?
Yeah, I thought we just really limited our errors. I mean, it feels we only had 9 hitting errors for the match, and I feel like, 8 of them were in the first 2 sets, right? We only had 1 hitting error in the whole 3rd set, and so we stopped giving them points. Other than a few service errors there, we didn't really help them out much. They had to earn it. And again, we're a pretty good defense, so if you have to earn 25 points on your own, that's going to be difficult to do. So I just thought we kept a lot more pressure on them. Even when we didn't get that many aces in the 3rd set, we were good service pressure, and we were putting the ball in spots so that was taking away what they wanted to do in their offense. So just a lot of little things, discipline things that we executed at a much higher level, and that made it harder for them.